if you're joining us for a new reading through the Bible in 30 days, today's reading is Ezra 1, 1 through 11, 2, 68 and 70, and 3, 8 through 13. And if you have not read these passages, please do so now and by pausing the video. Well, just before Tony and I were married, I was required by the Bishop of Athens to spend 2 weeks, 4 hours a day, with a priest. This is because I had no idea what Christianity was all about. For all intents and purposes, I had grown up in a non-religious household, but when we did go to church, we went to a Christian Science church. And I remember speaking to the priest about the amount of gold, and silver, and other precious metals and stones that were in the church. I kind of self-righteously told him that I thought the money could be better spent on the poor rather than this ornateness of this church. Well, God must have given him a special grace to work with me. He calmly explained that many people who come to church want to see and are comforted by majestic surroundings. The church was not getting wealthy off of the people by having them give their money to them, but rather they were putting it to use that would glorify God. When you read this section of Ezra, you're struck with the idea that the people gave out of their wealth to create a place which glorified God. They gave of their best because that is what God requires and wants. That means the best of their wealth, the best of their work, the best of their lives, so that God might be glorified. So, what exactly are we doing? Are we giving the best that we possibly can give? I'm not necessarily speaking about money, but that obviously comes into play. I am speaking, though, about our lives. Are we giving the best to God? Or are we letting Him have the leftovers? Do we just talk to Him when we're laying down and going to bed, possibly falling asleep in the middle of our talk? Or do we wake up and immediately seek His face? Or do we need to have the first cup of coffee and a breakfast bun of some kind, and then we get around to talking to Him? Maybe, just maybe, we have some time to talk to Him before we go off to work. We are to give God our best. We can do no other. He gave His best to us.